Hey guys, long time no see. It feels so weird to be sitting and filming, but I wanted to just film a little like life update and say, hey, I'm back to uploading videos 3 times a week. I've really enjoyed my break. I really needed it. As of now, when I'm filming this, I still don't really feel ready to come back, but I thought I would start filming a few videos and having them ready to upload when I am ready to come back. I've always had kind of an inbuilt need to share my experiences. I used to journal like the whole way growing up, and I used to blog for 10 years, and I've been vlogging for a while now, and I've always had that need to share my experience and to make connections, and that has just kind of gone. And that's one of the reasons I took a break, is I just didn't want to share. I just wanted to not share for a while. And I said to Grant at one point, do you think I'll ever feel like vlogging again? And he just kind of laughed and said I'd said that before, he'd heard that before, and I always end up coming back. So I do intend to come back, that's why I'm filming this, but I guess I'm hoping that with time that feeling will come back where I want to share. I do have some vlogs that I filmed while my dad was visiting. We went traveling, we went to see a few different things, and I vlogged those and kind of kept the footage until after he'd left, when I could just sit and edit them and have them ready. So that will be coming up next on my channel. I have put the full date. Normally in my vlogs I just say like Monday the 16th, but I have put the February or March, so you know when it actually happened, because some of the footage is like over a month old. So, but I still wanted to share with you. So those vlogs are coming up next, and I'm going to be sharing my February favorites, even though it's almost time for my March favorites. And then we'll just like get back into the groove of vlogging, I guess. Couple of life updates. Daniel has actually gone back to school. I don't feel comfortable sharing too much about my boys, but that's something that you'll probably notice or I'll end up talking about. So the plan was he had left school after his level 2s and he was going to go straight to design school to do his level 4. He didn't need level 3 qualification or whatever to go to this design school, and he was going to do his first year online while living at home, and then go down to Wellington for his second year. And then they stopped offering the online course, and then we had decisions to make. Was he going to go down and do his first year from July this year in Wellington, or start his first year next year and just work in the meantime? And in the end, Daniel has chosen to go back to school. We all made that decision together as a family, and he's going to go and get his level 3. So that will keep his options open. He's not tied into going to this design school. He's now looking at different schools to go to next year to study for his tertiary qualifications, and he's just, yeah, he's settled right back into school. He made the decision shortly after school had started, so it was quite easy to slot him back in, get him re-registered as a student. So both boys are back at school, and I am having time alone, which I haven't had for 4 months, and I think that is why I've been just feeling no creative inspiration at all. When people are around me, even if they're completely leaving me alone, if there are other people in my household, I can't think, I can't concentrate, I don't have any creative inspiration. It's so bizarre. It's almost like my brain is processing external energy and it can't process internal energy. And I know that sounds like so weird, but that is just how I am, and it's got nothing to do with what I want. It's just got to do with what I need. I want to spend as much time as possible with my family, but when I don't get alone time, I go a bit crazy. And it's been amazing to finally have some time alone in the house for the first time in like 4 months. I was kind of struggling towards the end, I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely loved my dad's visit. While he was here, I really tried to put aside as much work as possible and just really enjoy my time with him, and it was great. I feel like we spent some good quality time together. I feel like we talked about really important things that we haven't talked about before, and I just really enjoyed his visit. He really enjoyed his visit, and it was kind of fun to just like be in holiday mode. You know how everybody gets in the summer holidays. Over here, obviously it's over Christmas time. We had our like summer break in February. But as fun as it was, it's really good to be back in routine. I'm back to eating right, I'm back to working out, and I'm back to filming. Having my dad here and concentrating on spending time with him was actually really good for me. I observed myself pushing aside work or being just really prudent about how much work I was doing. And because when you work for yourself, there's always work. There will always be work to do. I could work 12 hours a day and there would be work to do. You know, you can always find something to do when you're working in your own business or multiple businesses. And it was really good for me to observe myself putting things aside, prioritizing time with him, and going, yeah, I can actually do that on a normal basis. Maybe not to that extent, but I can fit in social time, time with friends, things that I've been pushing aside when we kind of found our feet in our business and got that up and running and tried to find our new normal. So I had the intense period of like all work all the time when we were doing that, and then an intense period of as little work as possible and let's be in holiday mode. And now I'm like, okay, there's a balance between the two, and I know now that I can do it and prioritize time to spend with friends, because that's really something that fell by the wayside, and it kind of hurts my heart because my friends are so important to me. So it is Wednesday today, and on Monday I went for a long walk with a friend, had a good catch up with her, and I'm planning on getting together with another friend maybe on Friday. And next week I've got girls' night, and it's just great to kind of be back in the social scene and reconnecting with my friends again. When I went to Camera Club, I was like, I walked in and I saw two of my friends there and I was like, oh, I just like had to have a big hug. It was so good to see them and to just kind of, I don't know, just go somewhere that was just mine. Camera Club results were not great. I didn't get any merits. The judging I felt was quite strict, but that's actually quite good to see. It's good to have different judges, we call it feedback now, giving feedback on the photos, because even when you disagree with what they are saying about the picture, you still learn from that. Especially that you can really learn from. So the set subject was peeling paint, which is really quite limited, and only one person got a merit because, yeah, I think it was quite a difficult subject, and I, like I said, was not feeling any creative inspiration. I didn't have anything in my archives that I could submit for that, so I went out and took some pictures of peeling paint, but I guess I just wasn't feeling it. So the first one I submitted was this, and you can see my result on the screen, and yeah, I mean, fair enough. The second one I submitted was this. Again, you can see my result on the screen. I only got accepted, and also fair enough. And then for open subject, we could submit 2 pictures that were just anything we want, and I submitted this one, and you can see the result I got for it. And then I submitted this one and I got a slightly better result, but like I said, still no merits. So those were my first Camera Club submissions of the year, and next month the topic is silhouette, and I may have maybe 1 picture to submit like from my archives, but I'm really trying to go out and take pictures for that. My dad absolutely loves the ocean, loves the beach. I guess that's where I get it from. And he was wanting to go to the beach a lot when he was here, and I would go with him to spend time with him. And that was also really good for me to kind of just reassess how much for granted I take living by the ocean. And I like knowing that it's there. I don't go very often, but I like knowing that I can. But that's something that also I've committed to change, as well as spending more time with friends. I want to make more of an effort to go to the beach and enjoy being at the ocean, even if it's just to sit in the car and look at the waves, or even if it's just to go for a very short period of time. We have multiple beaches near us that are absolutely beautiful. I'm in my element anytime I go there. I love it. It makes me so happy, but I just don't do it very often, and I'm committed to changing that and to going to the beach more often and enjoying it. So last night we actually went down to the beach. Daniel and I went. Just missed the most amazing sunset because I lost track of time, but anyway, it was good to go down and to kind of shoot a couple of silhouettes and hopefully get something to submit for Camera Club. So they like really tied in together, having to submit and my new goal of wanting to go to the beach more often. What else? The garden is overwhelming me. I am trying to just spend more time, or shorter periods of time, more often in the garden, rather than thinking I need to go out there for like a 6-hour session, because that's not always possible. And I'm really trying to like make more of an effort to do little and often. There is always work to be done in the garden. Grant got so overwhelmed on the weekend, in fact, that he was like, I'm done with this. I'm done with having a big garden. We are going to move. And I was like, right, you go and find a property that's within our budget, that has a space to run our online shop out of, that has a greenhouse, that has an Airbnb, that has all the things that we enjoy here, central heating, whatever. You go and find that property and you let me know and I'll consider it. And of course he couldn't, because we've created a bit of a paradise here and we've made ourselves very comfortable, and he couldn't find anything. So I just need to push forward with my efforts in the garden to put in more evergreen shrubs. The ones I put in are still small, but they will start to grow and fill in, and I just have to believe that over time the garden's going to become less work, because I'm pretty much always feeling overwhelmed by it. I do love having the space. We both love having the space around our house and being kind of set back away from the neighbors, and I do love having pretty things to look at. I'm looking out the window, there's cosmos blooming and there's lupins and there's butterflies, and I really do enjoy it, but that is definitely something that can at times feel like a burden. As I mentioned in my vlog, my raised beds are falling to pieces, so we'll be addressing that and changing all of that. That's going to be a massive project, and while the raised beds themselves aren't too expensive and we can spread the cost over time, I also need to put down proper weed matting and gravel between them, because I just don't have time to be pulling weeds in between my raised beds, and that's becoming an issue. And so yeah, there's always something going on in the garden. I feel like I'm just rambling now. I just feel so weird filming because it's been so long since I actually sat down and chatted to you guys. I have missed you, I've missed interacting with you, and I didn't even mention when I'd hit 20,000 subscribers. So thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed. That was a milestone that meant a lot to me. It felt like a significant milestone, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't subscribed, please know how much it means to me. Each time I gain a subscriber, it does mean a lot to me. It doesn't make a difference monetarily, it's the views that make that difference. And I so appreciate each and every one of you, whether you subscribe or not, for watching my videos. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for being patient with me while I had a break. And yeah, it's good to reconnect and it's good to be back. And yeah, let's get back to vlogging. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.